Hey everyone! I am here today to begin a new anime that I'm very excited about called Demon Slayer. And you guys actually voted for this show and it won. So here I am now watching it. I'm really excited to jump in. I know nothing about this series going in, as you know from my announcement video of which shows won on the polls. Again, I'm assuming there's demons, but I mean, who knows? Maybe there aren't. I am really excited to see it though, because everyone who voted for this one seemed really, really excited for me to watch it, and that tells me that I'm in for something great. So I don't really have an opening rant for this one because I'm going in blind. So without further ado, I guess we'll just jump right in, begin this new journey with Demon Slayer episode 1. Let's go! Wow. I mean, just wow. So, you guys, you seemed really hyped for this series, and now I totally get why, because that was amazing. So again, I was expecting, a lot of anime kind of start out with, this is so-and-so, this is kind of their life, and maybe like a little bit of like, introduction to the premise, this is how their life gets turned upside down, or this is what their goal is, or whatever, like, the usual. This one just hit the ground running. Like, it did establish everything, but it was just like non-stop, like edge of my seat. I was not expecting that at all, but it was a very pleasant surprise. So, initial impressions of the show. I love the setting. I think, especially as we got to see more of the premise of the show, the cold, harsh environment of a, kind of like a winter landscape, especially as it was so beautifully animated, it really helps accentuate this feeling of some of the stuff that, and he said his name once, you guys know I'm bad with the names, I will get it as time goes on, but there was a black-haired Demon Slayer character kind of towards the end of the episode, and he was kind of going on about how, like, if you want to do this, you can't be weak, you can't be, like, you couldn't protect your family that way, and you're not going to get anywhere trying to, slay demons or save your sister that way. And it really spoke to me of like the kind of harsh, grim reality of the world that they're building on this series. And I think that the winter landscape really enhances that. And it's just beautiful. I love the setting. I know this is, it seems to be, I mean, obviously they're doing a lot of their own world building with, the idea that there's demons and things like that. But like they're building like kind of a lore for the show, but the setting is kind of like centuries ago in Japan, and the very traditional styles and everything of that time, and I just love that. I've seen other anime that are set in that time, and I love the visuals, I love everything about it, I love the music. It's just, so far, it's really, really well done. I like the main character. We'll learn the name. I know it starts with like a ton, but I'm not going to embarrass myself and like say it wrong through the whole first video. I will learn it, but for now, I'll just call him main character. I like him a lot. I knew during that kind of establishing scene where we see him saying goodbye to his family and going off to like make money for his family, I knew that he was going to be like, very likable, very earnest, honest, sweet, but determined character. And I love protagonists like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing his journey. And I knew when they were establishing all the like little brothers and sisters, and the fact that we only saw the one at the very beginning, like I just knew that something bad was going to happen. And boy, like they they did not, it's not like it was excessive, but they didn't spare, you know, that those like shots of them like murdered, like that was, it was very like just grim and gruesome, and really drove home the emotional state that the main character must have been in, like going home. They did a really good job of making me care about this whole family, even though I've been with them for like 20 minutes, like not even, like at the very end, it was 20 minutes. I'm really curious to see more of a Demon Slayer guy. I thought he had a really cool look. And some of the stuff that he was kind of thought narrating, made me curious as to like what his past is. And there was like a whole slew of characters in the ending, that it looks like we're going to get to know over the course of the series. And they all look, like some of them really stood out to me as having like really cool looks. There was a guy in a fedora. I love fedoras. So, any other initial thoughts or impressions? Well, the premise of the show being that he's going to try and save his sister from being turned basically into a demon. I think I'm really going to enjoy the world building that they're going to do with kind of like how that works, how she was turned, how is she going to be turned back. We know they're on a journey as of now to go and find someone to help with that process. And I love that, like, I kind of knew, like, when I saw her tearing up, I'm like, no, 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 don't kill her, because I think she's still in there. But I love, like, the end, kind of, like, her just protecting her brother, and, like, she is definitely still in there. So I just cannot wait to see more. I think this is going to be an amazing series. It's already, like, hit me right in the feels, just on episode 1, which is really impressive, I have to say. Just beautifully done, and I really am like dying to see more. Thank you guys so much for recommending this. I think I'm gonna have a blast with this series. And I didn't get to mention this in my intro, but I will mention it in my outro. If you are watching this early, you are one of my awesome patrons, and I am sending you tons of hugs through the screen. Thank you so much. If not, still thank you so much for watching. I hope you will consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description below. So guys, can't wait to see more. Thank you so much for joining me on this new journey with a new show, and there's other new shows going on my reaction channel that I hope you'll check out as well. And on that note, I will see you guys next time. Please join me then. Bye, guys.